I simply do not understand the logic for not getting the MiGs to the Ukrainians immediately. There is no logic which has been provided to this committee or to the nation. I believe there's a sentiment that we're fearful about what Putin might do and what he might consider as an escalation. It's time for him to be fearful of what we might do.
100% agree. Senator Mitt Romney joining more than 40 lawmakers, GOP lawmakers, calling on President Biden to send these MiG jets to a desperate Ukraine. Meanwhile, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations breaking ranks with the White House, saying Vladimir Putin is committing war crimes on Ukrainian civilians. But the administration said it won't discuss possible red lines when we might get directly or more involved, even when it comes to chemical warfare. For more on this, let's go with the best in the business. Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired four-star General Jack Keane. General, will these help, these MiGs?
Oh, yeah. 24 MiGs, absolutely. Just like our anti-tank weapons are helping, the Stingers are helping, the artillery we gave them is all helping. Nothing in of itself is decisive. The cumulative effect of all of it certainly will be at play. And listen, the Ukrainians are asking for it. They're telling us they want it desperately. And why we did it over this and humiliated and embarrassed ourselves in this process is beyond me. We have let Putin get inside our head. We're concerned about what he will do. And that's really unfortunate. And that has been a pattern for too long, Brian, from the very outset in delaying shipments of arms to them because the Russians were on the Ukrainian border, and we were afraid that they would attack if we gave them the arms shipment. We delayed them twice. And here we are again dithering over something like this. Remember, we did the sanctions not before the invasion, but we said we're going to do it after the invasion. And that had no impact on Putin whatsoever.
So you agree with Senator Mitt Romney? I agree, too. And plus, he's got to be stopped here. If he can get a semblance of victory and be able to rekindle and regroup and rebuild his army better, we're going to have a bigger problem down the line. That's what people don't understand. I think you do. So let's talk about what's changed. What's changed is a real movement in Kyiv. Would you say that, General? Should you be worried if you're in Kyiv this weekend?
Well, what's happened now for the first time is we do have combat forces on the outskirts of Kyiv, on the west side, which will be an access to encircle the city from the west, and also on the east side, the northern east side, to encircle the city on the east side as well. So that's a first. They're consolidating now. They've taken some losses, as you have been pointing out here, and certainly on the video is very graphic to that case. But yes, they will begin their offensive at some point in the next couple of days to try to attempt to encircle the city, Brian. They'll put their artillery in position, and they'll hammer the city before they put troops into that city. They are still trying to seek a capitulation from Zelensky before they move combat troops into that city, and they will use civilian casualties and destruction to try to get that capitulation.
Well, a couple of things. I'm not sure that the Russians have showed us that they have the heart, guts, and experience for urban warfare. And it seems like the Ukrainians are ready for this. And you told me even in the best fighting force, you have to outnumber the opponent 5-1. But something else new happened overnight. Tell me how significant. We have Lutsk got hit up in the northwest, and we have Dnipro got hit. Does this show to you a significant expansion of the battle plan for the Russians, or should we not pay much attention?
No, they're going after, in the West, certainly something that I'm surprised they haven't done before, and that they're going after Ukrainian air power, which is still flying and which is still a problem, which is certainly one of the problems in execution that the Russians have. Going back to the fighting in the city, I'm not convinced that the Russians are up to urban warfare and fighting block by block, building by building, based on the performance I've seen so far and the significant training deficiencies that they have. Urban warfare is the toughest kind of warfare, and it favors the defense. I think they will struggle with that. I think they will do everything they can to avoid it and use the artillery and the bombing to seek that capitulation. If they don't get it, I think putting troops troops in the city, that will take weeks. Even if they are successful in routing the Ukrainians, it would be a very, very tough fight.
I just want to get one question on this because we're up against it. But if they're going to focus on the capital, does that mean this area, just as a pause, Odessa will stay docile for now because they can't handle two major fronts?
No, I think they're going to be able to. They've committed to the South, and I think the better troops are in the South, and that's why we've seen some progress there. It's not going to be easy. They're going to struggle to be able to deny Ukraine access to the sea, and certainly Odessa is a very big part of that. We'll see a ground attack coming from the east to Odessa, and also naval infantry coming from the sea, but they're not anywhere near ready for that yet.
Gotcha. Let's hope it stays that way. General Jack Keane, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Great talking to you, Brian. Have a wonderful weekend.
Hope so. Yeah, you too, and very educational as usual.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.